Hey folks, in this little video, I wanted to teach you how to make a hundreds chart very quickly using a function in Google Sheets called sequence. In cell A1, I'm going to type equals sequence. I can then hit my tab key when I see it or use my mouse and hit sequence. Now the sequence function is used to define the number of rows. So I want 10 rows, I want 10 columns, I want to start at 1, and I want to step 1. And that's it. In a single formula, I have created a hundreds chart. What I could do now is get rid of my extra cells. There's several ways to do that. One way I like to do it is to click in cell row 11, and then on a Mac I use the Command Option down arrow key. On a PC that would be Control Option down. It selects everything else, and I can simply delete those. Or to get rid of the columns, select column K. I don't want these columns. Command Shift right arrow key selects everything to the right, and delete. So now I have my chart. It's not formatted exactly the way I want. Now I can click in the top left corner, selects everything. I can center, and I could center vertically. And now I could decide how big I want these to be. There's a couple ways I could do that. Let's take a look and see what the size is of the column. It's 100. Okay, let's make that 75 and say okay. And that's about the size I want. So now I'm going to select all of that, and I'm going to resize columns and make them all 75, and there, they're all 75 pixels wide. Now let's select these rows and let's make them, resize these. They're 48, let's make them 75 and say okay. And now I have a pretty nice looking chart. Next thing we could do would be to put a border around it. And I could make that border a little bit bigger, maybe go like that. And now there's my chart in just a few clicks. File, print, and there we go. We have, let's see, we could see if that works on portrait, and it does. Let's leave it at landscape. And then I could go ahead and print that and hand out that chart to students so that we could do some activities with a hundreds chart.